There are people waking up every morning not because they are excited about life, but because life does not pause for emotional exhaustion. So they get up, they go to work, reply messages, smile when necessary, laugh when expected, and somehow continue functioning while quietly falling apart inside. Before we go deeper, if you have ever felt emotionally drained while pretending to be okay, if you have ever carried silent battles nobody noticed, then the quiet truce is, or you. This channel explores the hidden realities of emotional healing, faith, human behavior, and personal transformation. So subscribe and join us as we learn to understand life more deeply. Because the truth is, some of the most exhausted people you know still look perfectly fine on the outside. One of the loneliest experiences in life is being emotionally tired in a world that only notices visible pain. People notice broken bones. They notice public breakdowns. They notice dramatic suffering. But emotional exhaustion is quieter than that. It hides itself behind routine, behind responsibility, behind "I'm okay." And because of that, many people spend years surviving emotionally without anyone realizing how heavy life has become for them internally. There are people carrying conversations while mentally disconnected, showing up physically while emotionally absent, smiling in public while silently begging life for rest internally. And what makes this dangerous is that emotional exhaustion rarely announces itself loudly. It accumulates quietly. A disappointment here, a betrayal there, too much responsibility, too little support, too many expectations, too little understanding. And over time, the human mind reaches a point where it no longer knows the difference between living and merely surviving. Psychologically, this is what prolonged emotional stress does to people. The mind begins conserving energy emotionally, not because the person stopped caring, but because they no longer have the emotional capacity to process everything deeply. So they become quieter, less reactive, less expressive, not because they are heartless, but because exhaustion changes how emotions are carried. And this is important to understand. Emotionally tired people are not always weak people. In fact, many emotionally exhausted individuals are the strongest people in the room because they learned how to suffer silently. They mastered functioning while hurting. They became experts at carrying emotional weight without interrupting their responsibilities. And eventually people mistake their endurance for stability. But strength without rest becomes dangerous, because even the strongest minds begin to break when they are forced to carry emotional pressure for too long without recovery. And sometimes the breakdown does not look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like losing motivation, feeling emotionally numb, struggling to feel excitement, avoiding people, or simply feeling tired all the time. Not physically, but internally. And perhaps one of the saddest parts of emotional exhaustion is that many people do not feel safe enough to admit it. So instead they say, "I'm just stressed. I'm just tired. I'll be okay." And in some cases they say, "It's nothing," while internally, they are fighting emotional battles they do not even know how to explain. There are people listening to this right now who cannot remember the last time they genuinely felt emotionally rested, not distracted, not entertained, not temporarily relieved, but truly rested internally. Because exhaustion is not always caused by work. Sometimes people are tired because they have been emotionally carrying everyone else for too long. The fixer becomes tired, the listener becomes tired, the strong friend becomes tired, the person everyone depends on becomes tired. And the frightening part is this: the people who help everyone else often receive the least emotional support themselves, because people assume they're strong, they'll be fine. But strength does not cancel emotional needs. Even strong people need comfort. Even strong people need understanding. Even strong people need rest. And over time, when emotional exhaustion goes ignored, people begin disconnecting from themselves. They stop asking, "What do I feel?" and begin asking, what do I need to do next? That is survival mode. Survival mode is dangerous because it keeps people productive while emotionally empty. And eventually a person can become so emotionally overwhelmed that numbness starts feeling normal. And if we are honest, many people are not truly living right now. They are enduring. They are surviving routines, carrying silent pressure, managing hidden sadness, trying not to collapse emotionally in front of everyone else. And here is what makes emotional exhaustion even more painful. Most people around them have no idea, because emotionally tired people often become quieter and not louder. They disappear slowly. They withdraw gradually. They answer less, explain less, feel less. And the world mistakes their silence for attitude, when in reality it is exhaustion. And if any part of this feels painfully familiar, leave a comment below. Sometimes healing begins when people realize they are not alone in what they feel. And maybe someone reading your comment is silently carrying the same emotional weight. Now here is the deeper psychological truth. The human mind was never designed to carry constant emotional tension without recovery. When stress becomes continuous, the nervous system begins protecting itself. That protection can look like emotional numbness, detachment, low motivation, isolation, overthinking, or emotional shutdown. Not because the person wants to disconnect from life, but because their internal system is overwhelmed. And spiritually, many emotionally exhausted people begin questioning themselves. They wonder, why do I feel this way? Why am I losing energy? Why does everything feel heavy? Why do I feel disconnected from myself? But sometimes the soul becomes tired when life has demanded too much for too long without restoration. There are seasons where people pour into work, relationships, responsibilities, family, expectations, survival, until they completely lose connection with their inner peace. And eventually life forces stillness upon them, not to destroy them, but to rebuild them. Because exhaustion has a strange way of revealing truth. It reveals what is draining you, who only takes from you, where you abandon yourself, when and how long you ignored your own emotional needs. And those realizations change people deeply. Now listen carefully. Rest is not laziness. Emotional recovery is not weakness. Needing space does not make you selfish. And protecting your mental peace does not make you difficult. Sometimes the healthiest thing a person can do is stop pretending they are okay when they are emotionally drowning. Because healing begins the moment honesty begins. The moment someone finally admits, I am tired, not weak, not broken, just emotionally overwhelmed. And strangely, that honesty becomes the beginning of recovery. Now here is the emotional climax. Not every emotionally tired person needs motivation. Some need peace. Some need understanding. Some need permission to rest without guilt. Some need to stop carrying responsibilities that were never theirs to begin with. And some simply need someone to look beyond their smile and notice the exhaustion hidden underneath it. So if you are emotionally tired right now, this is what you need to remember. You are not failing because you need rest. You are human, and humans were never designed to carry endless emotional weight without restoration. Maybe this season is teaching you something important. Maybe life is forcing you to slow down long enough to reconnect with yourself. Maybe exhaustion is revealing where your peace has been neglected, and maybe your healing begins the moment you stop abandoning yourself just to keep functioning for everyone else. Because real strength is not pretending nothing affects you. Real strength is recognizing when your soul needs recovery. Real strength is learning balance, learning boundaries, learning rest, learning how to exist without constantly carrying the emotional survival of everyone around you. And perhaps the deepest truth is this: some people are not lazy, not weak, not ungrateful. They are simply emotionally tired in ways words cannot fully explain. If this video spoke to a part of you that has been silently struggling, then this is exactly why the Quiet Truths exists. Subscribe for more deep reflections on healing, emotional intelligence, faith, human behavior, and personal growth. And before you leave, comment one word that describes how this season of your life has felt emotionally. Because sometimes one honest word can remind another person that they are not alone. Until next time, protect your peace, be gentle with your mind, and remember, even the strongest people need rest too. The Quiet Truths, understanding life more deeply.